Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tap 2 podcast. I am your host, Jonas Clark, as well as being joined by. Give the folks a little intro, Stosh.
Oh, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, this is Stosh. What's going on, buddy? Jonas,
Stosh,
what you got there?
Stosh, today we're talking about something serious.
Okay.
Today, we're talking about a theory. Not just a theory, a podcast about theories. Cue the music.
Cue the music.
I don't. Did we get the game theory music cleared by legal? Did they get back to us about that yet?
For sure, no.
Okay, for sure now. Okay, great. I have today I'm rocking the tinfoil hat that you might be able to hear in the audio from all this crinkling on my dome, because we are going to be talking about theories today. Let me clarify. We are not going to be talking about the kinds of theories that are going to get me put on like a watch list, or like the kind of theories that are going to get like, we're not going to be talking about QAnon and like Pizzagate and all of that. I think that's a different anthropological podcast than the podcast that we're bringing to you today. We're just going to talk about like the idea of fan theories and content, the idea like how they persist, how they grow, some of our favorites. We're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna chit chat. We're gonna does it add to the media that we watch? Does it detract from the media that we watch? That's the kind of discussion we're having today. If you want to talk about QAnon or I don't know, call the FBI. They're pretty chill. Hit them up. Hit up our boy Cash.
In preparation for this episode, I really did not know what you meant by conspiracy theories. I have to let you know, I went the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, so Stash, I realized that I might have led you astray because I told you we were talking about theories, and I was wondering if we wanted to talk about conspiracy theories or fan theories, and once again I did what I love to do, which is intentionally deceive you.
Your text did say conspiracy theories.
Well, yes. But here's the problem, Stosh. I love conspiracy theories. But we're a podcast about nerddom. And if we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories, like, is the AI bubble here to destroy us? How do I put this? Conspiracy theories became a lot less fun when we all realized the global government is run by a cabal of pedophiles. Because it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, now we have to put credence into all this.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
was
I mean?
a fun little like, haha, Bush did 9/11, and now it's like,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So
Epstein
I was like,
says something about that.
yeah, I was like, I think Bush did do 9/11. I'm like, man,
yeah,
maybe
because you
his
hear the
ass-
shit out there, and you're like at this day and age, you're like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that like,
absolutely.
you know, when I was saying when we were researching this episode, I was like, okay, so I don't think it's a cabal ritual, but I definitely think billionaires are in a group chat like, LOL, how do we fuck every person ever?
Yeah.
But then I was like, maybe I should tone it back. And then I started looking into like the Teletubbies existing inside of the Lord of the Rings universe.
that's exactly, Stas, we have the same exact mentality, because that's exactly what happened with my research. Because I was like, oh, this is fun. Woohoo. And then, because here's the thing, right? Every conspiracy theory is either like, how do I put this? Either a little too accurate or deeply hateful against a marginalized group. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm like, wow, there's not much room to play in the space, huh?
I was gonna say, what do you think like the best theory to come out in the last like decade is? And then you said that and it's like it's got to be Jewish space lasers. It's
You're so close. I thought of Jewish space lasers as a, first of all, of course, we are allies, whatever.
Ally. Happy Pride, ally.
But of my pick for the best theory to come out is clearly gay frogs, right? They're making the frogs gay.
I know like
You
the
don't-
bit. I know the bit, but I don't know like the story behind it, like why the bit started.
I think I'm gonna be real. I think it's because Alex Jones, much like everything else Alex
Yes,
Jones
yes,
does,
they're making the frogs
was-
gay.
They're making the frogs gay. My Alex Jones and my J. Jonah Jameson are very similar.
They're the same guy. They're the same guy.
Yeah.
I got news
Let
for
me
you.
pull
Art
some gay
imitates
frogs.
life. Art imitates life.
Well, I was wanting to talk about fan theories because I was really interested in the idea of them, right?
Mhm.
Interested in how they detract and add to like a lot of the communities that we watch. I when I was a kid, I don't know if you did this. I went down tons of YouTube rabbit holes and I would get absolutely frightened by 3-hour videos explaining FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Uh-huh.
Are we cut from the same cloth? Is this something that
We are
you
cut from the same cloth because I went down the rabbit hole of believing the interviews I would hear, and it was just audio and like a black screen, were like real
crazy?
interviews where the Slender Man showed up.
Mm.
It was terrifying, and it never crossed my dumb child brain to be like, somebody, they're acting. Like, it never crossed. I was like, no, listen, you can hear right here the footsteps, like as if digital manipulation did not exist.
You were sitting there being like, I am. They got his ass. Jimmy Kimmel got him on the stage and is interviewing the Slender Man right now.
What would be like? It would be like a cop interviewing like a kid, and the audio was like, "Oh,
Oh.
like what happened to your friend? Where's the last place you saw them?" And she would freak out, and then it would go like cut the like static. Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
would be there, but he didn't. She would just freak out, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they caught Slender Man on tape." It's
Yeah,
like,
somebody's gotta do something about
somebody's
this
got to
guy.
stop this guy and
Somebody's
stop
gotta stop
uploading it to
this guy.
YouTube.
Yeah, and wait, is there like a terms of service that we could deal with in regards to this freak? Because he's a real problem. He's
All right, so what theories do you have for me, or how do you want to transition
I would
into talking
I
about
let's
the chill ones?
let's talk about the first theory I really want to discuss, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. Is do you know about Darth Jar Jar?
I
Do you
literally
know?
have that written down as my number two. Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
For those who somehow don't know, Jar Jar Binks is perhaps one of the most maligned characters in Star Wars. He is a giant. Can I be honest? And I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. Is I know the prequels are super racist, but I feel like Jar Jar Binks gets a pass a lot of the time, and I'm trying to be like Jar Jar Binks is a crazy racist caricature. So
He's kind of got like a Bojangles thing going on, you
he's a
know?
minstrel show, yeah. He's he's a big lipped. I sound like I'm being racist trying to describe him. Stasha, did you just laugh so hard you
Oh yeah,
hurt
I
your
love so hard
jaw?
that my jaw got caught. Ow, no, I'm afraid to. Now I have to
Just
leave
saw
that in.
just saw for those who are listening to audio only, Stasha's mouth opened so wide to laugh, and then he grabbed his jaw.
Dude, that happens to me like once a week. Like,
Man, I wish we had like a type of medical professional that we could
yeah,
send him
yeah,
to.
yeah.
If there's only some sort of dentist type character that he could visit.
Don't get me started. I've been to the dentist like 3 times in the past week.
What? 3 times in the past? Who are you seeing?
They did it. Don't worry, but it's not for the
He,
not for the
he
episode.
might not be a dentist, bro. That's just a dude.
Just a
It's like,
guy with dental tools. All right.
they're not even dental tools. Anyway, no. So Darth Jar Jar, right? Jar Jar Binks is obviously once again a big lipped talking like Misa's so sorry. He talks like that. That's not that's not me doing a bit. That's not me. Those are quotes. His catchphrase is Misa. That is not. I'm not. I don't know what to say except that. And so he does a lot of like bumbling around and like he is so clumsy that he got outcasted from his entire community. And he's running around with Obi-Wan, but there's like a secret idea that maybe in fact instead of being a bumbling idiot that he is a Machiavellian like ingenious like monster behind the scenes. I think it's bullshit because George Lucas can't write a fucking story to save his life anymore. But who knows?
Well, isn't there a clip in Phantom Menace where, like, in the background, he like force pushes somebody?
Well, there's like there is some clips of him like maybe using the Force. I believe there is a sea monster that begins to attack them, and then you can see the eyes of the sea monster kind of change, and maybe it's Jar Jar influencing it to like not attack. I don't think any of that's the case, man.
I
I don't
bet
think
you
none of that.
now with the like the ninth movie wrapped up and it just being awful, I bet you they look back and they're like, "Fuck, man, we should have just went with what the fans wanted."
If they were going with what the fans wanted, hashtag Pride Month, give me Finn and Poe just kissing. Let
Just
them kiss.
kissing.
Let those boys kiss. That's the hard stance of this, and that's my fan theory is that those boys wanted to kiss, and that's not just my fan theory. That's the fan theory of the actors. So if anything,
So it basically canon.
it's basically
They're like,
canon.
"Hey, behind the scenes, we were off camera, we were kissing."
Give me the. That's just a relationship. You guys are kissing off
No, in
camera.
character, we're not gay, but we will.
Yeah. No homo in character. Quick question.
Yeah.
Give me scale of like on 5 points of coolness and a scale of like 5 points of like believability. 5 out of 5. What do you grant it out of coolness factor? Do you like the Darth Jar Jar stuff?
I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so
This guy's not,
I would give it like
not a huge fan of anything, man. He doesn't even
well, I like the prequels more than I like the prequels more than the sequels.
Well, okay. Pause the podcast. What movies are you saying you like the most? Are you
I
saying
like
1, 2, and 3?
Hayden Christensen
favorites?
Star Wars. I like Hayden Christensen.
Oh,
Jumper,
okay.
the movie Jumper is one of my favorite movies in the
Sure.
entire world.
Okay.
Even
Weird. Have we talked about Jumper before? I feel like we must have talked about it on the pod
I think
already.
we have, and I'm waiting for an outlet because the day we talk about superpowers, you're fucking done. I'm gonna talk for 45 minutes straight about why each superpower is objectively better than the rest, and why teleportation is up there.
He's gonna be like, you have to understand in Jumper they displace the air that previously existed and create a force. I'm like, I don't want to hear none of that, brother. I want to fly. I know it's not good. It sounds cool as hell.
I will give it a 2 though. I'll give it like a 2 because it's not like it holds very little weight. Although I'm sure if you go to like a deep dive YouTube video, there's tons of evidence about it. But like it's not boring. So like I'll give it a 2.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that was disproven, that fundamentally did not happen, but everyone was very excited and believed in it. How do you feel about? Did you watch a lot of WandaVision, the television show?
Yeah, I watched WandaVision.
Were you ever involved in the belief that like Mephisto was going to be the big bad for WandaVision, and or the X-Men were going to come over because you could see that they brought over the actor Evan Peters who played Quicksilver and this and that and what have you?
Yeah. I believed it. I believed it, and then I kind of got reeled back to the fact that like Marvel sometimes struggles to wrap things up post Endgame. Like
Yeah, it was a weird rug pull. So there was a huge for WandaVision was a very like dynamic show about like, what is it built a lot of intrigue. It was almost designed to develop fan theories. And I thought that was very interesting, very like ingratiating to a community. But here's the problem. They didn't land any of that shit. They brought in a beloved actor from a different like quote unquote universe to play the same character, except just kidding, he didn't play the same character. It was a butt joke. The guy's name was like Seymour Butts or something crazy like that.
yeah.
And what was the point of doing all
Even
that?
dressed up like the classic costume
Quicksilver
for Halloween.
Yeah, was it like to make fun of me? Like why y'all mad at me for engaging in your source material? Why you it was like it felt almost hateful. Like am I being wild for saying that? It felt like they were making fun of us.
No, when it dropped, because like I feel like WandaVision was where Disney Plus really started to like hit its motion, where it started to like be like, oh, we're gonna have weekly series that like will tie into the MCU and all that. And when they did that, I think the collective thought behind the fan base was, what the hell? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, that was sort of like, it's almost like if you watch Thor 3, I like Thor Ragnarok, but I'm like it's a little too Marvel comedy, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't feel like nothing feels like it really has weight in Thor Ragnarok because everyone's doing a dick joke every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like dick jokes, man. But let's
Tasteful dick joke.
yeah, let's be
Tasteful dick
tasteful.
jokes.
Put a fig leaf on that bad boy. Let's get
Yeah. Bring back the
uh
FCC, you know?
I, shout out them for real. We didn't know how good we had. We were all making fun of the FCC with Family Guy. Little did we know we needed them to like rein some shit in.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we're going to be talking about this is something that I am very in the dark about, but I believe you are very knowledgeable about. So I want you to be the canary in the coal mine for this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There were tons of fan theories surrounding Game of Thrones and especially one Jon Snow, whether it be his lineage, whether it be his. You seem so sad when I mentioned that.
You're just reminding me how bad that show ended.
When I said those words, the way your spirit just died, like it was hard to watch.
Yeah, okay.
This might have that was the polar opposite of watching you laugh so hard your jaw hurt. It's watching your spirit
we've
leave
had
your
a full
body.
spectrum of emotions in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, what theory are you referring to?
Well, there were a lot of theories when I was going through it, right? I think Jon Snow is the character in which most of the theories were kind of based around, whether it be his R and L equal J, not to do too much spoiling or what have you, or whether it be Jon Snow becomes the Night King, or like people were saying crazy shit. People were even saying like, oh, Jon Snow is the rightful heir to the crown. He's the one who's gonna get it. And spoiler alert, I believe like only one of those things came to pass, and I won't say which one for those who are still for some reason watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah. If you haven't heard the disappointment now, fuck you, I'm about to spoil it. Like,
yeah. It's just like I have some shit to get off my chest. Because you read like the books and stuff too, right? You were like deep.
No, I never read the books. But I watched the show and we watched it religiously. It was just like, okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, the books, like where they're currently at is like season 4 or so of Game of Thrones. So basically from seasons 5 through 8, if I'm remembering correctly, they're shooting from the hip. And
it's like a Full Metal Alchemist situation.
Like basically, and they had like George R.R. Martin, the author of the books, said, you know, like I have an idea of how I want the story to end. He said, I want Jon Snow on the throne.
Oh, so why didn't they do that?
That's a great fucking question. Big HBO, maybe? Like, I don't know.
Sorry, big HBO? What does that mean, Stas?
Like, the production company, the way the show ended, and I guess I won't give it away for those freaks who haven't watched it yet. But
nah, man, fuck those guys.
Okay,
we're taking a hard line stance against them.
The kid who plays the least important part in the entire series.
He fell out of a tower. That's
in
important.
Season 1, bro. It's season 1.
In episode 1.
Episode 1. He becomes a little. Not to mention that poor kid had like the worst opposite of a glow up, whatever that could be. Like he glowed down.
He just called that child ugly.
That's like our age. He's like our age.
He's a little boy. He's probably older than us. He's a little boy.
They made him be like the end all be all, and literally I remember me and my friends watching it in my dorm, and at the end of it we just looked at each other and went, what the fuck? Like we were like, what the fuck? You had one of the most interesting, smart and creatively focused characters in Tyrion Lannister, who's like the crowd favorite. If you watch that show, you fuck with Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister, and he sits there and he goes, people love a story, and it's like, fuck you, bro. I want real shit. You walked me through 8 seasons of dragons and betrayal, and you gave me that so you could focus on your Netflix love show. Fuck you.
But hear me out. But hear me out. But hear me out. People love a story.
People love a story. And that's what people do. They love a story. And literally the collective moan in the audience. The crowd goes mild.
Wait, so I'm noticing a trend, and maybe it's because of the fan theories we're pointing out.
No.
Well, do you think these are like adding or subtracting from the shows we're watching?
How they end?
Well, I was just thinking about like just the idea of like theory in general, right? Because do you think they add more depth by getting people like more involved in the shows, like tossing these around discussion wise, or do you think they subtract from it because you are not going to be as satisfied with the ending that you have, depending on what you have in your head, right? Like no story can live up to the one that you like want.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, right, like when you have a show that's like this was a different time. We're talking 2012 era of like everybody watching a show and being interested in it. Like, I think personally, it's good that there's a bunch of community and forum discussion around it, but at the same time, exactly what you said, we are now used to a world where we are instantly gratified over and over and over again, that when we see the theory that we like and we latch onto it, we then leave no room for our expectations to be subverted, which is why most people, it's kind of what just came out that we were talking about. Oh, the ending of The Boys. I like the ending of The Boys. I thought it wrapped it up. I wasn't like blown away. Oh, okay, all right. You wouldn't.
I fucking hated the ending of The Boys.
But what did you want though? Like out of it? Okay, spoiler alert for the end of The Boys, because I actually do want to talk to you about this.
Okay, hey guys, we're spoiling. The Boys is a show about essentially capitalist superheroes, right? The idea that like the superheroes are a corporation in this world.
Spoiler,
commodity.
Spoiler alert: capitalism is bad.
Yeah, capitalism is bad. But hey, fun fact about The Boys, the lesson of that show isn't that capitalism is bad, or isn't that like the goodness of people working together can like triumph over something. Like it doesn't have a message at all. Like, and it pretends
I totally disagree with you.
What the ending of The Boys, the way The Boys ends, let me tell you exactly how it ends. And you're going to be like, I guess it does end that way. It ends with
Wait, let me open my mind to what you're about to say right now, because I want to. I'm listening to rebut. I'm not listening to hear you.
You're listening with hate in your heart.
Let me turn my activist listening ears on.
Yeah,
okay, go.
Let me soften my soul real quick.
Go. Okay, here we go.
The ending of The Boys ends with the CEO of Vought is right back in power. Stan Edgar is returned to Vought Enterprises and is once again in charge. Right? Homelander has all of Homelander's scorched earth and whatever propaganda has taken place inside a fight in one room. We get so little like showing of what the impact is on a community level because we don't get to see the lives of really normal people. We don't get to see like what happens with an authoritarian like fear-mongering system, right? It just goes and we see maybe one prison camp. We see a small town, but we don't get like an actual interaction. And also, they fight Homelander and then they go, "Well, we killed Homelander. Looks like nothing bad like that will happen again." There's no governmental oversight. There's no changing of anything. It's so depressing to think about because nothing changes and nothing gets better.
So we obviously watched 2 different episodes because I disagree wholeheartedly. First and foremost, we watched, Stan Edgar steps back into the position of power.
No, wait, give me a second. I'm opening my heart.
Okay.
No,
Stan Edgar steps back into the position of power. yes,
Mhm.
that shows cases like no matter what companies will do, corporations will do and say whatever it is to feign negligence or whatever, right?
Yep.
They had to fight Homelander in one room because the man who was big bad and kill, think about through the entire story, Homelander could have killed Butcher, what the fuck, Huey, at any point. Like he did
Mhm.
every time they come across each other. What was to stop him from literally just lasering the way he lasered the one chick in the last season, like who,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. I
like
get you, I
what's
get
it was up? He never did it because he didn't want that. So then when they're fighting in the room, they said it multiple times. They're like, if we don't get Homelander now, he's just going to fly up into space and wait this thing out, you know? So
Sure, yeah.
everything had to be contained to this space and it had to finish here because the minute he gets away, it's really over for good. Then when they do it and we watch him cry and complain and he's on his knees stripped away with power, it's to show us, right, that like a guy with
Well,
power who gets it all taken away is really just a little bitch.
I don't mind that he's a little bitch, that he's like, "I'll eat your shit and I'll suck your dick," or whatever. Sorry, those are quotes. I'm not just acting wild
That's what he
on
really
this.
did say that.
I don't mind that at all. I just mind like the entire ethos of the show feels so weak to me. Like it feels like it didn't really stand for anything or have any like broad statements because like if the idea is that corporations will always exist and like that's the lesson we're meant to take away with it, I'm fine with that. But it didn't feel like it was trying to earn that statement. It felt like every time it felt like it was making statements to the counterculture of that, but then the underlying lesson from the story that took place was, "Hey man, shit is bad. It's gonna be bad." There's gonna be I mean, in the idea of the boys, there's gonna be a new Homelander because the systems have not changed. In the idea, there is no also Huey had the option to be like, okay, maybe we can like rebuild the boys into a positive, blah blah blah. And he's like, nope, just me and my girlfriend are gonna work out of a mom and pop shop, and that's gonna be enough to make the difference. And I'm like, no, it's not, Huey.
I
And
think he
now
knows
maybe
that. Like him getting the call from the president who's like, yo, we need to like keep these motherfuckers in check. And he's like, I've seen so many people die. Like someone better than me who's up to the fight will continue this. And also like he
I
literally stopped a genocide. Like he stopped Butcher from genociding every superhero.
yeah, yeah, I don't.
Hey,
Yeah,
to each their own,
sure.
but I liked it.
Each, and you know what? That's completely reasonable. I fucking hated it.
All right,
And
well,
you
this
guys let me
episode's not
know.
about the boys.
Yeah, yeah, you guys let us know if you liked it or if you disliked it, because I'm really curious about public perception on that.
Yeah.
Because I only know like from the people I talk to, and I've only talked to like one or two people, but I personally found the themes lacking, found the vibes lacking, found the I'm gonna be honest, the budget, the storytelling lacking, the pacing lacking. We spent so much time with fucking old people that I don't care about. I don't care about Bomb Sight, man. I don't care about him. Oh, ooh, ooh. And I'm not gonna. I am gonna probably gonna watch the prequel show that they spent the entire season setting up for, instead of letting me watch a show that I actually like. And you know what? Sure, Soldier Boy, you're fine. All right, I like Jensen Ackles. All right, why do I gotta do all this for him? Woo.
We're gonna have a whole episode dedicated to the boys.
We could. Did I ever tell you about the worst date of all time that I went on? And I guess I'll tell this on the podcast.
Okay.
I went on a date with this girl, and she, we were hanging out, and it was a weird time. And she asked me, she goes like, "Oh, hey, do you like comic books or anything like that?" And I'm playing it cool. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I kind of like comic books, you know." And she was like, "Do you have any favorites?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe she likes comic books." I was like, "Oh, oh, I love Superman. I just like, like holistically, just like Hope Core is always so much fun. I'm big into Nightwing. If we're talking like, you know, if we're talking like independent stuff, Bitter Root is so much fun to read, or blah 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 blah." And she was like, "I like The Boys." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And she was like, "I like The Boys because I think if superheroes really existed, they would be evil. Because I think power makes people evil." And I was like, "Whoa, your vibe is terrible." was like, "You're not getting a second date.
Yeah.
Your vibe is atrocious."
You're like, no shit, but God.
Yeah, I'm like, "I don't why you don't even wanna hope for a better tomorrow? You don't even wanna do none of that?"
You don't want to. You're like, I'm hoping
You
for
don't wanna
Henry Cavill type of Superman.
Yeah.
Like
That's what she wants. She wants a bright burn. That's what she's looking for. And
yeah.
I'm not with all that.
You're like
Give me
nature
my
versus
beautiful
nurture. Or like what's
Yeah.
maybe
And
if
maybe
Homeland had a real father figure. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a punk rocker. Maybe that's the difference. And the TikTok, the music there is gonna go crazy.
Crazy. We were about to talk about SpongeBob representing the 7 deadly sins, and now we're talking
Oh
about
yeah. Oh
this.
my god. Or Squidward being the true enemy of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, there's so many fan theories that are just like so off base. But I think it's all good, fun and good. It's not nothing too crazy.
One I like around media, which I could theoretically see being true, is in Ferris Bueller is what's his name, Cam's Tyler Durden. Like Ferris doesn't really exist, it's Cam's
I
like wild side coming out, you know.
You think he's hooking up with whatever that girl's name is? I can't remember what her name is for the life of me
Sloane,
right now.
my
Sloan, you think
God,
he's hooking up
celebrity
with
crush
Sloan?
for the time I was like 20.
Yeah, yeah. I was more of a Topanga kind of guy. That's what I was getting
Okay.
into as a little boy.
Who
But
is your celebrity
you,
crush?
who is my current celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Well, who's a celebrity nowadays?
Yeah,
Who is
right. Like,
that?
I mean, I know mine. Mine's Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a fun pick.
Yeah.
That's like a who would I want to just give me the time of day if like I do have a real soft spot for Remy Wolf. I think something about I think I saw her perform one time, and now she's like my most listened to artist, and I would be like, yeah, let me get a slice of that.
Nah,
Let me get
you
Alone in Miami. I'll be alone in Miami with you. Talk to me.
those TikToks that are like me trying to act like super nonchalant so she knows I'm the one. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm, what is it? I shaved my whole body just in case when I'm at the concert.
Nah, it's
I'm really
crazy.
on some
Like,
I'm on some YN. It's not YN. I guess that is YN. There's a new meaning to YN, huh? Because I was thinking in like the fan fiction Your Name, but I guess there's a new we also call other things YNs now.
we might be on different sides. I don't know.
We, we might be on different sides of this. I'm like the I'm on all sides of the algorithms. I'm the algo walker. I can see all directions. Speaking of, before I would also love to know if speaking of like fandoms and theorizing and things we've been putting a lot of thought into. A little off topic, Stosh, but what have you been putting a lot of thought into? Like, what have you been tapped into lately?
I've been thinking about, honestly, it's been the new format, not the new format, but my new format of Magic into Modern. I've just been getting reps in. I'm like sitting there. I'm like I've got the fucking Denzel Washington. Is it Remember the Titans? Where he's like, I will break my John Hine foot off in your ass.
I swear to God, I just texted. I'm baking a cake tomorrow with some friends, and so I just texted. You drop an egg, you run a mile. You don't mix in flour, you run a mile. You underbake, I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. I feel so vindicated because I literally just texted that.
I'm just getting super into Modern, and I'm doing reps with that where I'm playing like, is it prowess? And I'm like again, run it again.
Ooh. I've been playing a lot of Commander recently, if we're talking Magic, and I have been like, I want to get into Standard. I want to try like build like a cheap Standard deck if one of those exists. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess Modern is the one where like it tends to be a little bit like a bit higher barrier to entry, I imagine.
Yeah, because like the meta doesn't really change often.
Yeah, that's fair. Because it's like most. So what is the Modern like breakdown? It is most cards within the last 10 years or something like that.
I believe. Oh man, I'm gonna get dragged if I don't know that. I think it's cards after 2008. You know what? We have the world at our fingertips. Modern
Google
MTG
is
rules.
free.
Modern is a non-rotating format, meaning cards do not leave the format once they are entered into it unless banned, which last week they did ban out Flage, which of course that was the deck I was uh building. Oh yeah, okay, so not 2008, 8th edition. So anything from August 2003 onward is legal unless
So
specifically stated.
so 23 years of cards are legal in
Mm.
that format?
Yeah,
Holy
and there's
moly.
not like a ton of shape up, and the biggest shake up came when they released Modern Horizons 3, which gave us like insane cards like
Oh,
Oscillate
yeah.
Pride and all that. So
Oh, Ocelot Pride, my beautiful darling, my token doubler.
it
I
is
love you so much.
disgusting. I got my
Uh,
first real copy, and I got all my copies of Flage, and then they banned
uh-huh.
Flage, and I was like, I'm gonna pivot. So now I play Izzet Prowess and Grixis Reanimator.
Hell yeah. I have been I've been building a lot of commander decks, so I went through my entire I had a young lady over and literally she was reading her book and I was just going through a pile of cards like I was a toddler. Just like
You're
just like
sitting on the floor with your toes out, like
yeah, just doop a doop a doop. This color goes into this box and this color goes into this box. And so I built a bunch of decks. Very excited for the Pride event that's coming up where you get to build two commanders together. I'm doing, for those who are curious at home, Atrada and Delny is the little double duo that I've been kind of like messing around recently with. But we can talk more about that later. That's more of a short form video chit chat
yeah.
than we're gonna do. I've also watched Not Safe for Work on Hulu was a really fun watch. It's just like
Oh, with the guy from Friday Beers or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
with Will Angus from Friday Beers. Really
yeah,
fun, just like cute little throw it on in the background. Also Deli Boys, kind of same energy of like you can just throw it on, have a good time.
yeah,
Good shows. Oh, and I finally finished Mistborn. Oh my god, now I'm on the second book.
yeah.
Mistborn's incredible. It's a 10 out of 10 book. It's um I mean, I don't know how to describe it other than if you haven't read it, you should read it, of course. Wembayama read it.
Webby
If
on
you
my
fuck with Victor,
king.
yeah, if
Damn.
you
So
fuck
do you
with
want
Vic,
this now? Do you want the Spurs or the Knicks to win?
don't you? Oh, because here's a problem. Victor
Mom,
Wembayama, my king,
yeah,
but
but
Zoran
Mamdani stand.
Mamdani,
Mamdani stand.
yeah.
I saw a
Because
TikTok that was like, if the Knicks win, New York City will become like Gotham. Like it will be.
well, I was thinking if the Knicks win, New York City would become like a utopia because they'd be like,
Also that.
I think socialism would spread across the country if the Knicks win
Yeah.
because then they're like, they've had a guy in for maybe a couple months and now the Knicks have a championship.
Yep. Yep.
And
He's like,
you're like,
oh
well, you
god,
can't argue with
I
results.
hate Jalen Brunson, but like,
Oh my god.
as long as the
But thank
Thunder
God
didn't make it, I was happy.
yeah, well, this would have been so much easier if the Thunder made it because everyone would just be rooting for the Knicks.
That's
But
true.
now we have like two likable heroes fighting it off in such a beautiful. God, basketball is so good. Oh, I love basketball. Oh,
Have you been playing anything recently? Speaking of tap. Oh, so
I've
we
been,
should probably have introduced it. We're trying out a new segment where it's supposed to be tap 2 minutes, where you just get 2 minutes to talk about whatever's holding your interest. We blew by
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no. By the way, tap 2 minutes will never be 2 minutes. I
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
I wanted to discuss that with you. There's never a chance that we're gonna ask each other questions. There's
yeah.
no way we'll ever get it over.
Have you been
I have
playing
been
anything?
playing. Yeah, I've been playing Dredge, and I've also been playing a lot of. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You.
Don't
I've
mind
been
me.
playing a lot of my. Oh, hey everybody. Oh, I've been playing a lot of my Ambernic RGDS. So I
Whoa.
have it loaded with like a bunch of like different emulators and ROMs.
Wait, is that like the ripoff thing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I got like stuff like Balatro, Guacamele, uh I mean Papers, Please, Pizza Tower, and all Shovel Knight, all those games, like just having them like on the Metro in my pocket, fits in my bag, like is just really nice to have, and I've really been enjoying that. And it's giving me a chance to like really get into a lot more indie titles that I never got a chance to. So
Oh, that's
it's
awesome.
worth a pickup. It doesn't take a lot to set up. What about you? What have you been getting into?
I've been playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
cute, what a good game.
I'm just having like my buddy. I played it like 2-3 years ago or something like that.
Mhm.
Post the big updates because it kind of had like the
Gotcha.
cyberpunk treatment. And
Yeah, of being terrible and then becoming, like, somehow a good game.
yeah, I was like, this game's actually really fun. Like just being able to literally hop in your little spaceship and fly off to another planet. Like we wish we could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, fun star fights and, like, a cool base building objectives. It's a really cool game. It actually is kinda
Very
nice.
fun. Very fun.
Uh, Stas, we've been giving a lot of recommendations, and before we go, it makes me wanna answer a question that we received.
We received a question. I did not know
We received
that.
we received a question. We received a question from one Daniel M.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, s- hey, Tap 2. My friends keep recommending me a lot of shows, movies, and games, but I know I just really won't ever watch any of them. How can I tell my friends to stop giving me recommendations, but how can I still leave them open to receiving recommendations from me? And I will just say, Daniel, thank you for sending it something in. That's really nice of
Where
you.
did we get that from?
Um, DMs. Uh,
Oh.
because I mentioned on the pod that we should receive questions,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I will be putting a Google form for those who want to ask questions as well. But
Um
here's the issue: you're a hypocrite. Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
I hate
I
to
was gonna
tell
say.
you.
That's tough. It's like, okay, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Just listen to me. Remember, Dan, we talked about active listening. We talked
Mhm,
about
mhm.
active listening.
Open your heart.
Open your
But
heart
okay,
to suggestions. Some of the best
but
stuff
here's
I've ever watched was suggested to me.
but here's the problem. How do you know there's everyone's suggesting something, and you only have so much time to really get into stuff? How do you be like, this is the one I gotta lock into?
I think you just have to set a bar for yourself. Like for me,
Okay.
I don't like I do this a lot with anime. If I'm not gripped by like episode 2 or 3, I probably just won't watch it again. And I
But
know
what if
that's
it's like,
tough because like, you got to
what if
give
you're
some
one of the
stuff time to
yeah.
breathe. But like if you're not gripped by the concept, maybe you won't be gripped period, you know?
Okay, okay. I think this is my solution, and you let me know how you if you're fucking with it, if you're not fucking with it. Ready?
Okay.
I think you give every friend one golden bullet, and you can use your golden bullet. You can suggest something for free at any time, and I might check it out. But you get one golden bullet, and if you miss, if it doesn't hit, then I'm sorry, I'm not messing with it again.
Okay,
And
I
I don't
like
have to
that.
try it all. I don't have to watch the whole show. Maybe I'll only watch a couple episodes. Maybe I'll watch one or two. But if you miss with your golden bullet, if I don't think this is gonna be a banger, then you're done. You're out. But if you hit, you get a new one. That's my solution.
Okay. I like it. I or you yeah, you can earn them, I guess.
Or hit me.
You can also just watch stuff together. Sometimes being together makes
Oh,
things better, you know?
what a sweetie, Stosh. What a sweetie. What a joy you have in your heart. What a sweetie pie you are.
No, I want that off the record. I'm a hater.
No, no, it's too late. We know he has a heart of gold.
Like the last season of Game of Thrones was terrible, but
Mhm.
me watching it with a group of friends in a dorm like made it manageable
Really
because
enjoyable.
the best part about it was the hour we would spend afterwards literally
Oh,
cracking jokes, like making fun of the episode,
yeah. Oh,
So,
that's so lovely.
yeah.
What a shockingly heartwarming end to a episode that contained us shitting on George Lucas and talking about No Man's
Jar Jar
Sky
Binks, Tyler
and
Durden,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
SpongeBob and the Seven Deadly Sins.
He is gluttony. He is pride. He's all of it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to a fun episode of Tap 2 Podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we enjoyed ourselves. If you have, feel free to give us a follow. Sorry, Stasha, you seem confused about this. No, no. Hey, pause the outro. Hey, no, now we have 3 more minutes on the podcast because Stasha was looking confused.
It was, it was the enjoy ourselves line. I don't know.
Well,
We're
all
only
right.
doing this for us. We're only doing this. You are my
You know?
creative muse.
Oh, my Shayla. All right. Well, this is going to be the Tap 2 podcast, tapping out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.